Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway. Today's date is Thursday, March 9th, 2017. Well, folks, take a look today. I want to point this out. I think this is really interesting. We saw some major institutional dumping at the open today on various stocks. Apple was one of them. Apple opened down slightly, as you can see here on the intraday 10-minute chart, and had this epic flush on over 3 million shares traded. What a sell-off. There was probably an institution there that dumped at least 1 million shares of Apple. Now, the question is, who was it? And that's what we're going to all be trying to figure out. Right now, honestly, I do not know. We'll have to kind of keep our eyes open and see if someone files a notice of the selling of that many shares in the coming weeks here. But that was pretty amazing. Now, you might think, okay, well, it's an isolated incident on Apple. No big deal. What's the big deal? Well, the only thing that's kind of weird is that it happened on other stocks as well. For instance, take a look at WDC. All right, WDC, look at this drop on this. All right, so on the open, this opened at 76 with a small gap down, and it flushed all the way down. Look at this, down to 73. That's a $3 drop, folks. That's almost a 5% drop in the first candle. That's huge. And look at the volume here in the first and second candle. I mean, this was monstrous volume. So again, that's interesting to me. Then you saw Seagate. I believe Seagate STX did the same thing here. Look at that drop. I mean, you could go through a bunch of different ones. IBM, take a look at IBM. I mean, look at the drop early on IBM. IBM's still down pretty sizably on the day, down 1.3%. But I mean, there was definitely, I don't know if it was one hedge fund, multiple hedge funds, who knows for sure. But what I can tell you, folks, is that this was a big seller. I mean, they literally had monster positions in multiple major names out there, and they sold heavily. Now listen, the markets net aren't really down that much. We've had this really big comeback on the S&P 500, as you can clearly see right here. We had a little bit of a sell-off in the early afternoon and a reversal here. If you go to the spiders chart, actually, interestingly enough, let's take a look at that. This is the Apple chart, but the spiders SPY chart actually tagged the 20 moving average, which you could make a case for on a technical basis, created the bounce here. So that's interesting as well. But bottom line is, some big player unloaded large blocks today, and it'll be interesting to see in the future if we find out who that was, because those were big-time blocks, folks. All right, on that note, come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com, trying to pass great quality information along to you. If you want my live trade, my live swing trades, come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center. Take care.